Hello again, everyone. This is Zombie Kids Rule, and I just want to make a really quick video of, like I said yesterday, where I did a full playthrough of all the flexible options for Krampus Games, and this time I just want to do a very quick video showing the skip feature, where you can skip certain content, and I also want to highlight a new plugin that I added, and kind of give a shout out to the plugin creator. There's a over on rpgmakerweb.com in the forums. Every year around this time, Christmas time, the artists do advent calendars for their work. Quite a few of them do it, and for the days of Christmas or holiday, whatever you want to call it, and they profile their free assets that they have made, and that they share. And this year, one of the users over there decided to do a similar thing with plugins. Took some ideas of what people were looking for more simpler plugins, and they made them for free. So one of those is a keyboard plugin that allows you to use your keyboard to type in when you do name input processing or input number. And so the user's name is ATT_Turan. And I hope I pronounced the last part right, but ATT_TURAN, and this works great. They made some changes to it, and kind of made some tweaks to it, and it's working great. So I kind of wanted to profile that as well and give them a shout out. So again, really quickly, just the skip features. Fixed another little mistake, or I fixed all the mistakes that I found in the previous video, the little attention to detail things that I had missed before, and then there's this plugin. So I'll go ahead and put the volume back up. Okay, and start a new game. So we're just going to skip through this because this was in the previous video. And I'm going to go ahead and select the full version skip and choice enabled. And then we watched this last time, so I'm just going to skip it. And then we went through this last time, and so I'm just going to skip it. And then we watched this last time, so I'm just going to skip it. And that jumps us all the way up to this character creation. And I'm going to go ahead and do the let me be my own kid, only because I want to show the keyboard plugin. So we'll be here. We're going to go ahead and skip through this as soon as the dialogue comes up. Okay, so we already saw this in the previous video. Alright, so I'm going to skip the test name filter. So I showed that in the previous video, where you can actually try to detect words that you don't want a player, for instance, to put into the name field. So I'm going to skip that and just jump right to the input your real name. Now I could use my mouse, this is the default way. Most keys on the keyboard are not set up in default MZ to allow you to type here. So I could use the escape key to erase, and I could use my mouse key, but instead I'm going to use my backspace, which is because this is the keyboard plugin. So use the backspace to erase, and then I'm just going to use my keyboard to type something. So let's call this kid I'm a child, and I can erase it with the backspace key, and I can type in Billy Bong, right? Basically, this is what the keyboard allows you to do. You can type in numbers. Okay, you can type in numbers, and you can type in letters, and again, just using the shift to do capitals. So I'm going to go back to I'm a child, and then you do have to click the OK to proceed. But that's the keyboard plugin, so really cool. There's other plugins I think that do this, but some of them are paid and some of them are part of much larger plugins. So this is just a standalone plugin that makes the keyboard work. So awesome. And we're just gonna go, yep, that's what I chose. And then, of course, we saw this last time, and this was set up where it identifies the age. But if you pick something different, like I'm not a little, last time I think I picked none of your business, I'm not a little kid, and it says, okay, you're a pretentious tween, and then later on it'll identify the real age. And then the other thing that is, of course, we saw this. This is picking your gender, either boy, girl, or gender neutral option. Okay. And we'll just pick the gender neutral option. So you'll be there. The gender neutral option is referred to as a child, and instead of like brother or sister, you're referred to as a sibling. And yep, I'm sure. So we have to pick our avatar. These are the avatars that I selected. I really like this one, number 5, so we'll go with that. And this is what you want. Of course, it looks just like me. So I'm a child, you're 9 years old, you'll be referred to as a child. And yes, I know your actual age, you're not just a pretentious tween. Yes, I want to proceed. Okay, and then the only other thing would be I did fix the mistake about allowing you to double pick on the advent calendar, and you also can use the keyboard on the number input, the input number. So I'll just see that really quick. Okay, so I'm sorry. This is the other thing you can skip. So instead of doing those 6 questions and getting a naughty certificate or a nice certificate, and then pretty much everybody gets the naughty certificate eventually, you can actually skip that. So I skipped it because it doesn't really come into play, not in this version of the game. I didn't have time to fully implement all the ideas and concepts. So here we go. We'll get to the advent calendar. And again, there's 3 games that potentially you could play in this version. Okay. All right. And now this one, instead of clicking and like clicking here and doing this, all right, clicking here, or using my arrow keys. So right now I'm using my arrow keys, right? Instead, I'm going to reset this to 0. And instead what I can do is I can use the keypad or the numbers on my keyboard, and I'll just go ahead and say 15 and press enter instead of the check mark, and it records it from the keyboard. So that's cool. I picked 15. This is Krampus Races. We saw this last time. And you'll just have to believe me that I fixed the other thing. I did fix it, made it so that if I picked 15 again, it would identify it as, oh, you previously picked that number. I was just missing one command in the event that made it where it lets you pick the number as many times as you wanted. So I fixed that. And that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of there and go back into here, and that was it. So I just wanted to quickly highlight the things that I added as far as the skip feature, being able to skip over content if you've already done it, for instance. And I wanted to give a shout out to kind of promote that plugin. Again, there's the user is ATT_Turan, Turan. And they have a thread over on rpgmakerweb.com in the forums where they were doing like an advent calendar for plugins that they were making. So that's really cool, really awesome. Love the things that that forum over there, that community does over there. If you've never been over there, they have a ton of free assets, and there's a lot of great people over there that give help. So again, hope you enjoyed this. I will try to move into the thing about showing how things were made, but I hope you liked something that you saw. I hope something in here sparked your interest. And again, if anything in particular from say the longer video, you did see it and you're like, hey, I'd really like to know how you did that. Just go ahead and drop a comment, and I can focus a tutorial on that specifically. Versus, again, the intent is to make tutorials about how I made Krampus Games, so it will help people if you're still learning, and like I am, I'm still learning. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. Hope you're having an awesome holiday season, and happy gaming, happy game developing, and I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.